soccer as the Sterling Lady Knights take on the Haddon Township Hawks. A beautiful view from our drone, one of Mr. K's fun little toys he has. Current weather conditions 77 degrees, winds blowing north at 9 miles per hour, humidity at 45%. Today's forecast mostly sunny, pretty much no clouds in the sky here today. Look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Sterling leads the way at 17-2-2. This is stats from last year. Haddon Field was right behind them at 12-8, followed by West Deptford at 13-8, as well as Haddon Township at 13-8. And at the bottom, you see Haddon Heights at 7-11, as well as Collingswood at 7-12. And look at the standings this year. Sterling leads the Colonial Liberty with a record of 3-0, followed by West Deptford at 2-1, as well as Haddon Heights at 2-1, Haddon Field at 2-1 as well, and Collingswood and Haddon Township at the bottom at 0-2. Look at the series notes since 2018. Sterling leads the way with an 8-3-2 record. Last year, Sterling outscored opponents 53-15. Haddon Township's outscoring opponents 48-30. You see some other stats right there. Sterling has won the last 7 meetings, among other information. Look at the games between these two teams last season. October 14th, Sterling won 3-1 with 2 goals from Montgomery Dram and a goal from Tony Troilo. And then in September, Sterling won 5-0, 3 goals from Bridget Dixon, as well as goals from Dram, Simpson, Wiley, and McVeigh. I don't think that adds up mathematically, but whatever. 2022 season stats from last year. Bridget Dixon led the way with 43 points, 19 goals, 5 assists, followed by Montgomery Dram, 39 points, 16 goals, 7 assists, and you see some other Lady Knights on the stat sheet as well with Kay Sims, Troilo Simpson, and Jade Wiley. And look at the stats for this year. You see Bridget Dixon triple zeros on the stat sheet. She is out this year with a torn ACL, unfortunately. But Ireland Kay leads the way with 5 goals on the year, followed by Tony Troilo with 4, Shay Wiley with 3, Montgomery Dram with 4, and then Wilsey and Sims at the bottom with 2 points and 2 assists each, but with no goals. And then for Haddon Township, the only stat leader is Emerson McDonald, who has 2 points, 1 goal, no assists. She's the only recorded goal scorer for the Hawks this year. As we are ready to get things underway, I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Jake Spiritoso and Kevin Schulz. How you guys doing today?
Doing good. And don't forget Casey Kozaneski giving us these great shots on the drone, getting better at it every time he's using this, really giving us some a good vantage point of a lot of things. And it's great because, you know, you can only see the spacing so much from the cameras, even the camera's up a little bit high, but that drone really puts things in perspective, and it's just a great tool that we have here, and it's really going to come into play. And you look here. Yeah, you're looking right here. We saw the girls lining up right there. But this is a good game for Sterling to have. You know, Sterling's had their number last couple years, a 3-1 win, 5-0 win. But Haddon Township is definitely tougher than some of the teams they've played in the past week, and I think they're going to need that tune-up, especially with West Deptford and Haddon Field on the horizon next week.
So Haddon Township starting with possession as we get underway this afternoon. Beautiful day for some girls soccer action here at the Castle.
Welcome Jake on the broadcast.
Yeah, how you doing?
The drone's new, Jake's new to the broadcast. Or you had one last year, right?
Yeah, one last year.
Okay.
It's my second one.
So Troilo takes a fall as it'll be cleared by this Haddon Township defense. Township trying to stay with it, and they will as McGovern looks toward the far side. Now it's working toward the near side. There goes Farnham. A pass that just gets by Abigail Majeska. And it'll be a Sterling throw-in for Elise Simpson. Lady Knights coming off of a dominant win just a couple days ago.
Good games to get everybody in, but again, this is a game where you feel like you're definitely going to be challenged a little bit more than we were in the previous games.
Yeah, Lady Knights coming off an 8-0 win against Collingswood just a few days ago. Multiple Lady Knights had multi-goal games.
Yeah, Ireland played really well.
Montgomery Dram had a couple goals as well. So Sterling offense working on the far side. Passes up to Troilo. She'll look to cross it in. It will eventually go out of play as Township works her out of bounds.
One thing she does really well is her speed. She can really get in front of her defender and get in front and get a shot off.
So it'll be a corner kick for Shea Wiley. Crosses this one in. Beautiful boot. And it just misses. Couldn't really tell who got their head on that one.
Looked like Ireland.
And we'll take a look at it. Yep, looked to go off.
And that was
Ireland
in a great spot because you did. Then the kick was really what you needed. It was hooking in towards the net. Just they weren't able to connect. But yeah, if Sterling gets enough opportunities like that, they're going to cash in.
Absolutely.
Their corner kicks were pretty much on point a few days ago against Collingswood. That will just go right out of play. It'll be Elise Simpson with the Sterling throw-in. Looking for Dram, and both her and Hawk take a fall. So we'll take a look at it. I believe they're going to call it on Hawk. Be a big benefit for Sterling. It'll be Kay taking the kick. Almost 3.5 minutes unofficially into this first half. Kay boots it on a line drive. Sterling able to keep it in. The kick will go, or the shot will go out of play. Take a look at the replay right there. That shot was by Cesada.
A little bit different, like you said, Brian. It was more on a line. A lot of times you'll loot them up in the air, but hey, give them credit. They were able to get to Zazada and got a pretty decent opportunity. Just hit it to the short side.
Goes off the defender Farnham. They'll try and work towards the midfield, then change to the far side. And that pass just looped over the head of Samantha Martin.
And that's one of those things, you know, Haddon Township, with the way Sterling is, they're very quick. They're not going to get a lot of room. When you get room like that, you get out in some space, you've got to take advantage of it. And you can't have those earned passes against a good Sterling team. You've got to connect on those passes to get in some type of offensive rhythm.
Absolutely, because they can't. If you can't get it over the midfield with our defense, I mean, Sterling has a really solid defense, and it's hard to get over there. So, got to capitalize on those opportunities.
So many key returners in the defensive end, as you're saying, Jake, and the offensive end. And Brian, you said so well with all the stats and the scoring. We're getting a lot of offense back, and it's shown in the first few games of the season.
So a deflection goes Sterling's way. A little shove there, but Sterling just going to try and clear it and get some space. Quinn working on the far side. Pass goes to Wiley, but then intercepted, and Township will get possession back, at least momentarily. Now Sterling back with it. Here's Kay with a nice move. Passes it back to Wiley. Wiley with a cross toward the middle. No one there for the Lady Knights. Now here's Troilo with a pass toward the middle, and Township will get it back. They'll try and clear it. They do so, at least for now. Now Township changing field position towards the near side. Here's Majeski looking toward the middle. Quinn is there. Kind of boots it up. Little floater there for Simpson. Sterling trying to just keep possession. Quinn clears it toward the midfield, looking for Troilo. Baker with a pass, looking up for Troilo. Toward the far corner, goes out of play.
And you see Tony Troilo really puts on the pressure, like I was saying earlier. I mean, her speed is really killer in this game.
You see Mr. Wiley in the background with his little dad stance.
Or is that his lacrosse coaching pose too?
Oh, all the time. Now maybe a little bit more angry, but
somewhat of a game face, maybe half his game face.
Absolutely.
He looks
Definitely
locked in down there.
Yeah, just about to say that.
So there's Dram working against the defender. That's cleared away by Township. So that one goes out of play on the far side. Looks to be a Township throw-in. About 7 minutes unofficially through this first half. Still scoreless. Still without a shot on goal for Township. I believe Sterling has 2 so far. Troilo off to the races. Eventually go out of play. It'll be a quick Sterling throw-in. Troilo finds Baker. Pass. Jordan, while she was out with an injury, very similar to Bridget, she helped commentate a couple of these games.
And did an excellent job.
Oh yeah, she did a great job.
We're just trying to fill in for her over here. But it's great to see her out on the field, obviously.
Is still wearing that brace. So we get a whistle. And it looks to be on Tony Troilo right there. It'll be to Odavi to boot this one away to the far side. Goes out of play. I really hope I'm not butchering that last name. So first substitution for Haddon Township. You see on your screen, next TV game is tomorrow, as the Sterling football team will take on Haddon Heights. That'll be at 7 o'clock on our turf. Be covered live on Sterling Channel 19. Football team 1-2 so far on the year. Their last home game was a 19-0 win. We'll see how they can bounce back against 2 very tough teams as they played Camden and Seneca back-to-back weeks. Kay working towards the middle, sends it upfield. Perfect pass to Dram. Dram with some open space, then trying to find Troilo. And the keeper, no, gets away from her. And then eventually Kozarski will fall on top of it.
If you look at this replay, I don't know if we can get back a little bit earlier here. Just look at Tony Troilo right there. First, you see her speed on display. And Jake, you talked about that. But the other thing that was impressive about that was Dram anticipated where Troilo was going to be and got the ball there. And I think that's where Sterling is benefiting from those 2 girls playing together last year. And I think that's really going to help them out a lot this year.
Absolutely. The chemistry looks very built.
And it really made it difficult for the goalie. The goalie was almost caught in the middle and going out there, and Troilo almost connected.
But yeah, I mean, you even see the ball control with the speed from Tony. I mean, it's great.
So it'll be Simpson here with the boot. Raises her hand and boots it away. And that one headed almost right into Township's goal by a defender. We'll take a look at it. That one booted toward the middle. And working toward the far side. Township sends it up, but there's pretty much nobody there besides that Sterling defense. Here is Aaron Quinn working with it on the far side, finds Baker. And finds Troilo. Troilo now working toward the middle, was trying to find Kay, but taken away by that Township defense. They'll now start working it upfield. Township really hasn't had many opportunities to do, but they'll get one of those opportunities now. Working toward the far side is Farnham.
And you see our defense, they're just set up all the time. They're just ready for anything.
Great pass over toward the near side. Nice takeaway there by Simpson. Pass up toward the middle, looking for Troilo. And that's going to get out of play. It'll be a Sterling throw-in. Quick throw-in here for Zazada. Show up another one. And another one. So another throw in for Zazada. Dram with it, working toward the corner, trying to cross it in. Can't really find anyone. Here's Wiley working with it. Finds Baker toward the corner. Cross in, a nice play, and the shot is no good. Just didn't really have much time to settle with it, was Dram.
Definitely a good setup, though. I mean, you see Shea getting control on the ball and then getting another opportunity.
So about 13 minutes into this first half. Sterling making their first substitution in this game, as Troilo and Baker will check out. So it'll be a throw in here for Haddon Township on the far side. Now Sterling won't have possession, as I guess that pass went out of play. So another throw in for Township. Keep it toward the far side for now. Goes out of play, so it'll be Sterling throw in. They'll take over. Throw in by Aaron Quinn. Now these teams just trading throw-ins. So that ball skied high by Maddie Whalen. So Sterling with the throw-in. Just wanted to report word that Connor Strauss is leaving, because he's going to tailgate the Birds game.
Because he wants to stay in good standing with his mother. His mother, we were saying earlier, will get him in a headlock if he doesn't get there on time. Right?
I think so.
That would not be a pretty sight.
No, we don't want that.
So Township with their first shot rolls right into the arms of Maddie Sims. And also we don't have Ben here with us today. He's also tailgating at the Birds game. That was a beautiful pass downfield for Montgomery Dram. Looks to try and win the race, but she cannot as it goes out of play. Wish we could take a look at that pass again, because that was on the money.
Yeah, that was a long pass, but you can do that with Montgomery Dram's speed and knowing that she'll get the ball. Got a little bit ahead of the defender, but give credit to Haddon Township. They recovered and didn't allow her to turn the corner, because if she was able to turn the corner there, a good chance she was going to finish.
Oh yeah, she's dangerous in those situations.
Okay, with the corner. Booted nicely, but just goes right over pretty much everyone.
They're getting their corners to good spots. You said it was booted nicely, had that curve into the area. Just haven't been able to connect so far today. But Sterling is definitely the attacking team when you look what's been going on. Haddon Township, you know, it's a nothing game, but you have to feel like at some point Sterling's going to cash in on one of these opportunities. And on the other end, Haddon Township really hasn't had any sustained offensive attack.
So that shot just misses to the left. And that's kind of how the last game was when they played against Collingswood. They weren't really connecting on their first few shots. It was 0-0 game. Like, they were getting close. So, like, Ireland Kay didn't really connect until about her third or fourth shot attempt because she was just barely missing. She was trying to go for that upper left corner and just could not connect. But eventually, once she got that first goal, pretty much it was like a team rally from there as they went on to explode offensively.
And I think sometimes when that's happening, you just need to settle down a little bit. Sometimes you're so amped up that you get the ball and you don't realize you might have that extra split second. And I think Sterling, in that last game you're referring to, really relaxed a little bit more, especially once they got that first goal. And I'm sure, Jake, from lacrosse, you probably see the same thing. Sometimes you're just rushing too much and you just need to let the game come to you.
Absolutely. Just taking that one more pass or just taking the extra step in for a shot can make a world of a difference. So.
And I feel like for soccer, because I used to play back in middle school, I feel like the first goal for any team is the hardest one to get because you're trying to feel out the defense for the first few minutes of the game, just trying to get your offense going, just trying to get something going. And usually you won't get something going right away, just trying to figure out what the defense has in terms of their game plan. So I think once one of these teams gets their first goal, I think they're just going to start. They're just going to keep coming.
Feeding off of it. Goal scoring is contagious, right? Just like hitting in baseball.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's the game.
So Township looking for an offensive opportunity. Nice job by Sterling to clear it away.
Elise Simpson, I mean, like, she is great. She's aggressive, fast.
And you talk about getting the first goal. I believe she had the first goal in the last game. Did she, Elise Simpson?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That shot just sailed way over. There's our keeper, Maddie Sims. Didn't really have to do much just a couple days ago. I think only faced about 3 shots in total. And they came in chunks too, so didn't really have much to do in Sterling's win a few days ago. She'll line drive boot this, not very far, but pretty hard. Sterling's defense just boxing in, trying to clear it away. They will. And Sterling's defensive front so far is very strong. We see a pass up for Brianna Schwartz. She's trying to win a race, but that's cleared away toward the far side by Kamalda. Kay with a shot. Ooh, just missed. Trying to go for that back right corner. Couldn't get it. And we'll get a platoon substitution for Sterling.
And that's where, even though you're missing, we talked about how they missed on their opportunities in the previous game. You can see experienced goal scorers go for spots.
Right, yeah.
They're not just kicking it on net. They're not just turning and blindly put it on net. They're going for spots. And I think that approach is something that's going to help Sterling against in some of the tougher games down the road.
I think that's something you like to see too, because it shows confidence in her shot. She has a great shot there, then next shot might be an even better one, put it in the back of the net.
So that's the Township keeper, Jamie Kozarski, the junior. That one booted away, right onto the foot of Elise Simpson. Really sent back the other way, deflected off the foot of Morgan Sims. That shot almost blocked. Sorry, that pass almost blocked. But nice boot by Simpson. Sterling will try and work on the far side. So Township just looking for a little lane. They get it for now. Nice job by Adriana Zazada trying to stay with it, but eventually got away. Pass over to Baker. Baker looking for a lane. Sends the shot, and deflected away by Kozarski. A nice save. She's done pretty well so far.
That was a good job by Jordan, like settling it, taking good patience, and fires a nice shot.
I agree, especially from as far out as she
Right,
was.
yeah.
That was really nice opportunity. We saw that a lot of their first shots in that last game were from a little bit far out. Initially, Collinswood was doing a good job kind of walling up there at the 18, and this is a strong team that kind of, they take what the defense is going to give them. And, you know, every game's different. It's a matter of reading what's in front of you.
So Township working here on the near side. They'll move it toward the middle. Sterling's defense has pretty much been locked down to this point. I mean, pretty much any time that a Township player will get to the ball, there'll be about 3 Sterling defenders just waiting. And Township will get a whistle. Seems to be a little frustration there by the Lady Knights.
I'm not going to talk to her about throwing it away. It's letting it down.
I have 15, okay? I'm not going to yap like he's going to yap all game because he does it all the time. But like, the first contact.
Guys, I will say, from what I have observed, this Township coach is very
A little bit
vocal.
spirited,
Yes,
yeah.
very, very.
Nice boot. Simpson there as the defender, kind of gets away. That shot just denied from that Sterling defense. Now Sterling will take over with possession. Baker sends it up looking for Troilo. Troilo stays with it. Nice spin move. We'll see what she can try and do here. She just passes it back to Baker. Baker with a nice move. She'll look to cross it maybe. Still stays with it. Does cross it toward the middle for Troilo. That one cleared away.
That's a good handle there. Just nobody in the middle.
Substitutions for both sides. Ireland Kay will check out. Shea Wiley will come in. And for Township, Lorem will come in for Samantha Martin. So throw in here for Jordan Baker on the far side. A little over 24 minutes in unofficially. Shot on a line drive, goes right into the arms of Kozarski. Booted away. Township takes over with possession. A nice move for Farnham. She's trying to find Wiedemann. But now Sterling takes over. Wiley gets tripped up.
That was a good job by Elise getting back into position from being so far up and just being able to know where the ball is going to go next.
Yeah, their anticipation has been terrific so far. I mean, they pretty much know wherever any Township player is trying to go, they're there and they're protecting their spots beautifully. Might have heard a whistle. That's the football team practicing. Final practice before tomorrow night's game. Dram with some space. Nice pass over to Baker. Working against 2 defenders. That shot just sails. A bit too much power on that one. See the goalie for Township. She's been challenged today. A lot of powerful shots taken from afar by some of these Sterling players. She's done a great job so far at protecting some of these line drive booted shots. Sends one up for Dram. that will just be cleared away.
And that's the other thing, that's another time where they're trying to get the ball up the tram, use their speed on the outside. The defenders are doing a good job at not having Sterling connect and get around that corner.
So that's shot by Baker right into the arms of Kozarski. Feel some wind starting to pick up here. She goes out of play on the far side. And we'll get a corner kick.
This is where you have to look out for Shea because she has a great boot in the middle, and Sterling really knows how to finish on these. So.
Yeah, they connected very good with their corners a few days ago in their win against Collingsville. We'll see how they do here. Here's the boot. Once again, booted nicely. It stays in play. Township trying to clear, and whistle there. This to be against Zasada.
Just clip the back of the heel there. Maybe a little bit of Hollywood.
Get her an Oscar. We'll say Township. I mean, I'd say actually both teams are playing pretty physical out there.
Oh, for sure.
Nice pass. Township just trying to clear it away, trying to get some space. Again, our next TV game is tomorrow. Friday is football team will take on Haddon Heights at 7 p.m. Coverage will be live on Channel 19, as well as the YouTube channel, youtube.com/SterlingTV19. Almost 30 minutes through this first half, still scoreless. Here's Montgomery Dram working against a couple defenders. That pass just a bit too far for Cesada to get to.
And Sterling's got a lot of different weapons, but they're definitely hedging more towards Montgomery Dram and trying to get a couple defenders on her. And they're doing a nice job. You see how they bottled her up right there, and that's just what happens, a consequence of success, and the success she had the year before, scoring 16 goals. Teams know about her.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you see her getting passes down the sideline in the middle. I mean, she's getting the passes.
It just seems like there's always 2 or 3 converging on her.
Right.
But that's, I guess you could say, the consequences of having a great freshman year.
Absolutely.
It seems like Sterling's using a lot more of Cesada on the near side, because it seems like they would use more of Dram here, then on the far side they would do a mix of Troilo and Baker, but it looks like they're trying to mix in some sending the ball upfield for Cesada a bit more. So Township with some space on the far side. Nice pass upfield for Rowan. Rowan has space, cross toward the middle. Great job by Sterling defense to get back.
That was a great job by Maddie Whalen controlling the ball and just clearing it to get the defense back. So.
Township with a rare opportunity here. Might be a shot on goal, and it gets away. Sterling able to clear it.
No, sir. He's yelling at it because he knows it's a foul.
Okay, we are looking at this. You see the forward there get ahead of the pack, chase it, and the key right there is, did she got in front of her and caused her to go down, but was it in the act of going for the ball? And it looked like she did hit the ball.
I think it was. I don't think.
And Brian, you've played more soccer than me. Am I reading that right?
Yes,
is that why
yes,
there was
you
no
are.
call made right
I
there?
I believe so. I mean, she was going for the ball the whole way. I mean, couldn't really have played it any better than that, to be completely honest. It was just a great play all around, and I completely understand why they didn't call it right there. Township, again, as I said, playing very physical in this first half, and according to Coach K, they looked very grabby. Both coaches not very afraid to get vocal here in this first half either. We've heard a lot from both today.
No doubt, kind of work things along out there.
But I mean, this is kind of what you expect from a scoreless game.
Sure. And give credit to Township. You know, Sterling obviously has had the bulk of the attack time, the bulk of the opportunities, but with that opportunity they had right there, all it takes is getting one opportunity, scoring, and you know, they're definitely playing a different type of game. Knowing they're going against, let's face it, Sterling's more of a high-profile team, probably a more talented team, but Haddon Township right now is doing what they need to do. And the longer this game goes scoreless, the more it benefits Township in their bid for an upset win.
Sterling outscoring their opponents 20-2 so far this year in their 3 games played. Kay with a chance. Nice pass to Schwartz, kind of gets away from her. Sterling able to keep it in play, cross toward the middle. Now Township will take over. Just seems like Sterling really wasn't connecting on their passes for that bulk, but now we'll see if they can try and get another chance. Pass up to Troilo, deflects off of, or goes to Kay, and that shot just sails.
I mean, there's another shot from Kay. She is not scared to take those chances, and she knows one of them's going to connect.
Yeah.
Just a bit too much oomph.
They're just continuing to work to get these offensive opportunities, and again, at some point, it's going to count for them.
So not too much time left in this first half. I'd say around 6 or 7 minutes. Unofficially, of course. So Township here with a chance. They have some space going upfield, working toward the far side. Pass just gets ahead of Rowan, who's clear by Quinn. So it'll be a Township throw-in.
Good job by Quinn getting back with her speed.
So that was a nice clear by Fallon Shinseki. Another Township throw-in. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty much just like 3 against 1 every time you see a player on Township trying to find a passing lane. Once a Township player goes to the ball, it seems like 2 to 3 Sterling defenders are right there with her. Nice clear by Ireland Kay. She finds Brianna Schwartz. Schwartz, who was trying to win the race, but it's eventually cleared away.
Just as you so, aptly said, Brian, that Township isn't able to connect to more than 2 passes at the same time. You saw Sterling intercept one there and take it the other way. And that's really what's been able to happen. When they had the one opportunity where they had the girl get ahead of our defender, it was from a long pass. Wasn't through a lot of, maybe 3 or 4 passes connecting. He says a lot about Sterling getting to the ball.
We have an injured Township player. take a look at our next TV game. It'll be tomorrow, Friday, September 15th, as the football team will take on Haddon Heights at 7 p.m. And the coverage will be live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. That's Olivia McDonald, the freshman there for Haddon Township. And I was hearing from the bench.
Our Pinella water tower right there. It's one of our cameras there, sitting there in the midst of all the trees. That's our drone camera. Good job, Case. Given an opportunity to give Pinella a shout out. We're always looking for that.
And I was hearing from the township bench that they were yelling inhaler, so it seems like McDonald just seemed to be.
We got to show equal time to Summerdale. See that sitting there in the trees. Good job, Casey, getting it up there. Now we got to find the Stratford water tower. Okay. Mr. K said he doesn't think we have one. What about, is there a Laurel Springs or Magnolia water tower?
There's definitely not a Magnolia water tower, I can tell you that.
There's no Magnolia water tower, okay.
Definitely not.
I guess that just makes Summerdale better.
we don't want
I had to throw that one in there.
We don't want to send the drone on an assignment that doesn't exist. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's good information by you, Gene.
So Kay with a shot that gets deflected away and will go out of play. We'll give a shout out to Matthew Strader in the truck. He's doing replay for us today. It's usually Connor Strauss, but he's off to the Eagles game. So credit to Matthew Strader. It's, I believe, his second game doing replay for Channel 19. See a corner kick from the Lady Knights. That one booted very high toward the back corner. It's bobbled around and goes out of play.
Well, defensively, Haddon Township's doing what you need to do in that situation, getting a bunch of bodies going to the ball and not allowing Sterling to get their foot or head on the ball. That's just a real good job by Township. And they've been doing it one way or another on defense the entire first half.
So a clear
Looks like another one
by
coming
Hawk.
more.
Yeah, it'll be another corner.
Good thing for Ireland K there. Looks like she needs to put a little bit more on the ball to sail it across.
Booted nicely, and I think she might have put a little bit too much on that one. Sterling trying to stay with it. Close to about 2 minutes unofficially left in this first half.
We're saying the Township, they get to the half and it's nothing. Really have to feel good about themselves and what they've done. With that being said, I think Sterling just, it's not like they aren't getting any opportunities. They're getting ball deep, they're getting opportunities. I'm sure coach is just going to tell them, hey, we've just got to keep playing our game, do what we're capable of doing. But you don't want to panic in this situation. I think that's probably the best way for Sterling to look at their situation.
Yeah, if you're Haddon Township, you're definitely feeling good about yourself because this night's offense is electric, and if they get going, they get going.
It's pretty much just going to be like what I was saying a couple days ago. Just keep your foot on the gas, keep the pedal to the metal, and just kind of keep playing your game because Sterling's getting the bulk of the opportunities, as you said, Schul. So it's going to be a matter of time before one of their shots connect.
And we've seen a few games like this where they've done just that. They went in the half down or tied at 0, and then second half they started out in the first 8 to 10 minutes with a couple goals, and it just, the lead just kind of built from there.
Ball just being bobbled around inside the 18. Township just trying to clear it. Sterling just trying to stay with it. Now Township here with some space. A pass up the field there for Majeski. Or Majeska, sorry. Makes a nice move against Simpson and a whistle. That will conclude this first half. Maybe? Looks like we have 2 injuries. One for the Lady Knights and one for Haddon Township. It's at least Simpson for the Lady Knights. So the half will conclude as there's Abigail Majeska for Haddon Township.
Where the frick is
Looks like she lost her breath on that one there.
Let's take a look at the replay. See what caused what happened. Both going for the ball. I believe just both get hooked on each other's feet and take a nasty fall.
Good to see both of them up on their feet.
They'll both join their teams as they go discuss that first half. A scoreless game as this first half does come to an end. That's the end of the first half. So that'll do it for the first half, as we'll take a look one more time at the injury. Sterling and Haddon Township scoreless. Second half action will be coming up in just a few moments.
Sterling High offers TV and radio classes for electives. Sterling is also fortunate enough to have both TV and radio programs. In these programs, students will learn to design, direct, produce, and edit television and radio broadcasts. Students develop their public speaking, journalism, management, and technical skills by appearing on the Sterling Morning News on Channel 19 and on our radio station, WSHS. Students produce, edit, and deliver school programming, including athletic events, activity, productions, and community events. If a major in communications is in your possible future, Sterling High School offers opportunities not available in most high schools across South Jersey. Make sure you take a TV or radio class elective today.
I could really use a bev right now.
Braden, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Braden, how many times I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget everything.
It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
I can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have a charger?
No!
Man, I really like talking to you.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What? Hit me. Why?
Because. Are you gonna hit me or not?
No.
Wrong answer.
This is so stupid.
That's more like it.
I never said you could hit me.
What is that guy fighting?
What's your name? I never called. It's Haddon. Are you from Fight Club? Shh. You heard it first.
Adam, you okay?
Hey, are you guys serious? You do know there's like 52 billion pieces of trash on the Earth right now. That's nearly 7,000 per mile. And 42% of that is burned up in the air, causing pollution. Imagine if Earth was a person right now. Dude, you have Google implanted in your brain? How do you know that? Don't worry about me. Worry about Earth. Oh, dude. Dude, I can't believe that. Hey! Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Guys, put your IDs on.
Brady, headphones. Gotta come out.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Yo, Brayden, you know you're not supposed to have your jacket on, man. Come on, take it off. Put it in your locker.
Nah, I'm okay.
Stop. You have your jacket on, AirPods in, and no ID. Go to internal.
You too, huh?
Yeah.
Where's your ID?
Hey, oh, stop, wait a minute. Put that one down.
You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. We are scoreless as we're going to enter this second half between the Sterling Lady Knights and Haddon Township. A lot of opportunities for both sides. I mean, Sterling with, I'd say, the bulk of them in that first half, just really not able to connect.
Yeah, and you know, I think Coach K has just had to tell him, hey, keep doing what you're doing. You're eventually going to break through. Had a lot of good opportunities. On the other hand, you know, give credit to Haddon Township. You know, we talked about how Sterling tried to go with the home run ball a couple times to a couple of their forwards, but Township got there and didn't allow Sterling to get around the corner and get those quality opportunities where they can really finish on them and get ahead in this game. So Township has really been doing a nice job. They got to be happy with this game at 0-0.
For sure, and we were talking about it earlier. I mean, like, I heard Coach K say, like, we need to get ball movement up and just, like, take our time. And we were talking about earlier how we need that one more step. And I think if we get that extra pass, we can put one in the back of the net.
And it had similarities to the Collingswood game. It's just that the drought in the beginning was over maybe 8 minutes into the game, whereas this one, it extended through the whole half. And we were at the end of the half. We even said at halftime, we're like, I can't believe they haven't scored.
Right.
But, you know, again, give credit to Township. And, you know, Township had it really only had, I think, one shot on net, but almost had an opportunity there with about 3 or 4 minutes left.
Yeah, but in the last, like, 5 minutes or so, it seemed like they were getting a lot more offensive chances. I mean, it's also like the surprise of them not scoring a goal yet, where I think it's kind of like that because, I mean, by at this point in their last game, Sterling was up 5-0.
Yeah.
Right. And then they were eventually able to win 8-0. So I think just the contrast of being like, well, why haven't they scored yet? And then being only tied 0-0. I mean, it's just that big contrast that just kind of catches you off guard. I mean, the last 2 times these teams have played, Sterling won 3-1 back in October of last year. That shot is booted up in the air, and then eventually snagged by Kozarski. We'll look at it.
And a real good job by Tony Trillo being tenacious here, staying right with it. I'm sorry, Brian.
No, you're fine. But I was just talking about Sterling won in October of last year 3-1, and September of last year 5-0. So as of now, it looks like this seems to be a lot more competitive than those last 2 games. So we'll get a whistle here. It'll be a kick for Haddon Township.
I don't know.
It looked a little ticky-tacky.
Yeah.
That one booted away by to Ottavy. That one kicked out of play by Martin.
Good job by Shea Wiley right there, sticking with her and getting the ball out of bounds. Stoppage, allowing the defense. Reset.
So Township working toward the middle. Have some space. Tried to get a passing lane there, but kicked away by Simpson. bobbled around on the far side. We'll get a whistle. It'll be Elise Simpson. We'll boot this away. About 3 minutes in to the second half. Just tuning in, I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Jake Spiritoso and Kevin Schulz. Booted on a line. Right to the Township defenders.
I mean, you're just seeing a lot of, sorry, Mark.
No, you're good.
You're seeing a lot of back and forth right now. And it's just, it's a really defensive game. I mean, you'll see a shot here and there.
Nice clear there by Simpson as she boots it away toward the middle. That pass sent up there for Troilo. She stays with it. Troilo trying to use her speed, crosses toward the middle. Well, just gets away from her a little bit. It's able to be cleared out of play.
You're seeing, look at Troilo really doing a good job staying on the ball. We saw her with that one that landed right in front of the goal. We had a couple of different opportunities. She's really doing a good job getting away from the defender. Very quick, in tight spaces. You saw that right there. She almost spun around and gave herself another offensive chance.
So here's Kay with the corner kick on the far side. Boots it. Takes a bounce. Sterling trying to get a shot. Pass out to Baker. And Baker shot will sail it. Stays in play. And that one gets by the keeper. And Sterling will go up 1-0.
Wow, that ball is out there for a while. I mean, Sterling really took an advantage of it and put it in the back of the net.
And I believe that was Morgan Sims stepping into the play.
I thought that pass by Baker was gonna sail out. But a great job to get it back in play, and then Sims able to finish it off. And now Sterling with a 1-0 lead. That's a big goal in this first 5 minutes or so of the second half. Just caught Kozarski off guard completely.
I mean, you saw Jordan Baker there. I mean, she crossed it there, and she was taking shots like that earlier where she made the extra pass, and it turned out to work this time. So, great adjustment.
So Township was trying to look for a quick response. Sterling trying to clear. There's a shot, and way too much on it. Take another look at the goal, and it all started with Baker trying to cross it in more. I'm not sure if it was a shot attempt or just a really good pass over to Zazada. Zazada with a nice job, able to get it to Morgan Sims, who's able to finish it off for the goal.
And I think ultimately it was about, getting the ball close and sending a lot of bodies to the net.
Right,
and
yeah.
they were able to do that.
So that one booted away. Simpson sends it upfield to the far side. So, Schulz, how do you think this game plan changes now that we have a goal on the board?
I think offensively we're going to, and Jake, you talked about it, you get that first goal, you're more relaxed. You're taking that extra split second. You're saying to yourself, okay, the pressure's off. I have a little more room than I think. I'm not rushing my shots. And I think at this point, a lot of times when teams get that extra goal, now they get more quality opportunities on the goaltender.
So Troilo takes a little bit of a fall. Sterling able to stay with it. Here's Dran. Dran with a shot. That one just over the post. Just a bit too much power on that one. She was able to settle the ball. And she had enough space to take the shot, just had a little bit too much power on it.
But she settled, and to what we were saying, took the time to look. And again, that was, even though it sailed a little bit high, it was a thought, it was to a spot. It was just turning and just firing away.
Still a good shot opportunity and putting pressure on the goalie, at least.
I mean, the fact that Sterling's still getting these types of opportunities, now being up by a goal, I think just, as you said, Schulz, has them feel a little bit more relaxed, knowing that it keeps the ball away from Township as much as possible.
Especially now Township feels like they have a little bit more pressure on their back and feeling like they have to score a goal.
Well, they're to the point now where they've got to score the next goal because of just to the simple fact that they haven't had many opportunities. And, you know, we're saying this now in a 1-0 game, just with the way the game's going. In normal case, if it's a back and forth game, you wouldn't say that until it was a 2-0 game. You'd say they got to get the next goal to get to within one. But they're getting such few opportunities to attack the net that they really have to make the most of them and make something count here fairly quickly.
Take a look right there. Once again, just a nice offensive sequence for the Lady Knights leads to the goal.
See Morgan just kind of like hip it in there. It's a nice finish.
Injured player is Jocelyn Hawk. Let's take a look at another angle. And it all started with that cross by Jordan Baker, able to find Zasada, and it was Sims who was able to finish it off. And as you said, Schultz, it seems like Township now with this added pressure, they're going to need to be the team that scores the next goal. Otherwise, with the way this game is being played, I just think that that would just be the deciding goal.
No doubt, no doubt.
Baker with a cross toward the middle. A nice find to Kay. Gets it back to Troilo. Troilo working against two defenders. Being juggled around. That was a dangerous...
Baker is really good at setting up the offense and putting everybody in a position to score.
I mean, and she was out all last season with her injury, so the way she's been playing recently, it just seems like she hadn't lost that year.
Right.
It seems like she's been with the team for her entire soccer career. I mean, she still has been with the team, obviously, but just seems like she's been out there on the field ever since she was a freshman, because that chemistry has just looked flawless. So Baker gets the throw in. Cross toward the middle by Dram, finds Kay. Township just trying to clear it. Here's a shot by Dram, and that one is in. It deflected off the hands of Kozarski, but she couldn't slap it away, and it's 2-0 Sterling.
That's another time where Dram settled the ball, took her time, and just pinned it in the back of the net.
And it looked like one of those shots where, you know, when it looked like she just tapped it, but I think there was more on it than the goalie thought, and it just went, you know, powered right through there to the net, and just like that, Strong's up 2-0.
Yeah, it didn't seem like from our angle.
Looked like a tap.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't even look like she got that much power on it, and I think even the goalie thought that, and it was just a bullet off of her foot.
It really did just look like a tap-in.
That was number 8, Montgomery Dre. So now a 2-0 Lady Knights lead as we'll get a whistle here. Alrighty. So Dram had 2 last game, has 1 today. I believe this is her 6th goal this year, which leads the team.
Coming off a freshman season where she had 16 goals. So definitely one of the premier players in the conference, and even in all South Jersey. Still only a sophomore.
Yeah, she was 2nd on the team in goals last year behind Dixon. So it's Baker with the throw-in. Sterling working on the near side. Dram settles it, makes a nice move. Finds some space. She still has it, and a shot. And ooh, just misses.
That's another great shot.
It really is.
I mean, it's incredible. She's so elusive and gets around her defenders and just too much curve, a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's a great reap. We saw just how much it missed just by a little, but it's got to be hard going one way and then on a dime shooting it the other way. But again, looking for a spot and just missing.
I mean, she just made it look so easy. I mean, obviously that goal just missed it. That shot just missed, but I mean, I think we can blame that one on the wind, guys. I mean, it just looked so effortless. Juggled up in the air. Township does get it. Clear up the field. There's Maddie Whalen with it. She requested a shout out from me, so I'll shout out Maddie Whalen. She was my culinary partner last year.
Okay.
We made some delicious food.
And you brought none of it to the broadcast booth. What's
right.
up with that?
Look, well, most of the time I couldn't because
you already ate it.
No, yeah, maybe. But also, Riley was out of containers for like a good amount. For a good amount of my class. He didn't have many.
He's throwing Riley under the bus.
Look, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I'm just stating facts, all right?
Okay, all right. Well, I'll have to talk to him tomorrow and see if we can fix this little situation that just popped up.
I mean, maybe he has, because I don't have culinary this year.
Listen, Schulz, I got culinary this year. I'll bring you some good food.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Good. I'll feel better. All right.
My fault, Schulz. That one's on me.
These are just the little issues we have on here.
Yeah. You
can
can see how much we
fix and take care of.
You can see how much we struggle here on Channel 19.
John Hall, usually I'll ask you guys, hey, you want something? A lot of times, no. John Hallwood would never pass up food, man. John, he would even take my, like, I'd give half a Snickers bar. Grab the whole thing.
Hey, I would sometimes take a little bit of your Hershey bar during some of the basketball or volleyball games.
That's what you learned from Hallwood. He took you under his wing.
I don't know if I want to be under Wiggles' wing, honestly. No offense to Wiggles or anything, but
her skills can take with you the rest of your life. 2-0. Good start to this second half. You have to feel like Coach Jimmy K is pleased just with the way they came out and just had constant pressure and obviously have broken through at this point.
Yeah, great adjustment too by the Knights. I mean, you saw the passes were more. There's more passes, more time on the shots.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, it's pretty much just keeping your foot on the gas.
Yep.
Not foots or feet, as my issue was last game, but it's just keeping pedal to the metal. I mean, just obviously adjusting your game plan as you enter in the second half. So far, Sterling has done a nice job at just not backing down, not giving up. I mean, they've stayed on the ball. They've been connecting with their passes. It's all about just holding on to this lead. And as we were talking about, Schulz, we were like, the next goal after Sterling took their 1-0 lead might be the deciding goal, but there's still plenty of time for Township to come back in this game. I mean, we're only about 15 minutes into the second half, so pretty much anything can happen. Maybe Township can go on a little bit of a run, but we shall see.
Yeah, at this point, boy, I think the only thing Township really had success with, and we talked about how they really had trouble connecting on more than just 2 passes. Sterling would break it up. But when they did have some success, it was the home run. Way ahead, having to see if you get the defender up top and just fire away, and you're hoping they can somehow get in front of the defenders of Sterling. But there's the second problem. Sterling defensively is so good. They're quick, they anticipate well, and they know where everybody is in front of them.
And I think it's all about just, it's a mix of knowing where the ball is at all times and just that team chemistry they all have developed together.
Yeah, another thing I want to bring up is Shay Wiley. Like, you can hear her communication, like, even from here. Like, that's just great. You need a captain like that that'll put everybody in place and tell you when you're doing a good job and where the ball needs to be.
A lot of leaders out there. No doubt about that.
I mean, that could be something that Shea may have gotten from Jade last year, because Jade was obviously not on the team anymore because of her graduating, but that could be something that she may have passed down to Shea, and that's what Shea is she's kind of learned from Jade's game a little bit, and that's kind of what has helped her shaped into such a very talented ball player for this team.
For sure.
So Township will make a couple substitutions. Just joining us, Lady Knights out to a 2-0 lead. This game was scoreless entering the second half, but so far Sterling able to add on with 2 goals. Goals were scored by Morgan Sims and Montgomery Dram. Both teams still staying very physical, especially Township now that they have a little bit of added pressure. So they'll just clear it back to Maddie Sims. She sends a boot all the way out to midfield. Schwartz is with it. That's eventually sent upfield.
You look at Haddon Township coming in at 0-2, and you know, sometimes you play some tougher competition, but this is a team from a good soccer area. They know how to play the game, and you know they're not your typical 0-2 team coming in here.
I mean, yeah, and that was proven to start this first half. I mean, they were looking very good again. Like, they were pretty much shutting down Sterling's offense. Pretty much any opportunity Sterling had, Township's defense was looking pretty strong, as that goal gets by the keeper and goes into the net, as Ireland K is able to put it through, going the other way. It's a 3-0 Sterling lead.
All 3 of us said it. Once you get one scoring, just keep going, and everybody's getting a touch on it. Great defense leads into a great goal.
And I think that shot was about timing and just waiting until she had the goalie to where she wanted it, where the defenders were. You saw she waited, the goalie came out and knew she was going to go for that left corner. Not a hard shot, but great placement on that shot by Ireland K.
The pass by Shea was perfect too. I mean, if she put it anywhere else, the defender was going to get it. So shout out to Shea there too.
Just great teamwork, and another outstanding shot from our drone, a la Casey Kozaneski. Got to give him his due.
I mean,
one of our many tech guys out there giving us these great shots, great replays.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about that last goal, where Kay was moving to her right, and you would assume that she would just try and go for the basic shot in that lower right corner, but then a little bit of misdirection as she was going for the back left, and that's kind of what just, I mean, as you said, Jake, it was all about that perfect pass that led to just a great shot by Kay, as a nice diving stop by Kozarski is made.
I mean, Tony Troilo is just a monster. She just goes all over the place.
Yeah, I agree. She's really tenacious and makes things difficult for defenders. You know, she won't back down. A couple times they thought they got the ball away from her. She kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And sometimes, you know, even though you don't get the goal, we can open things up for other people and give other people space on the field when you have somebody that plays like that.
So about halfway through this second half unofficially. And I'd say our clock was pretty on the money for our first half. I mean, I think we're only about 15 or so seconds off, which
not bad at
I'd
all.
say pretty good timing there. That might be a Channel 19 record this year. Cross toward the middle. Sterling trying to clear it away. It's off the ahead of Quinn. And a shot right there, scooped up pretty easily by Sims. I mean, she just makes it look so easy. Again, hasn't had much to do. That's, I believe, the first shot on goal for Township in the second half.
Good job by jumping into position so quick, too. I mean, covered that side and make sure nothing got through.
So here's Montgomery Dram, a little misdirection. Tried to get a pass off, but it was just blocked by that wall of defenders. So Township with a little bit of space to work. Sent upfield. Nice clear there by Elise Simpson.
If you get all the coaches together, and there's been 3 or 4 that Sterling's played to this point in the season, I think the general reaction from them when they're talking about Sterling would have to be, man, this is a talented team with so many different weapons that even if you hold them off like Township did in the first half of the game, eventually they're going to overwhelm you. And I think we're seeing that in the second half. And that's without having your leading scorer last year, Bridget Dixon.
Absolutely. I mean, you see all this talent out here. At every position, it's not like there's only one position where it's super solid. Everyone. And they all hustle, too. They all.
And that's where, and it seems odd, 3-4 games in the season, you're talking playoffs, but that makes them a tough team to play in the playoffs. You know, I'll go over to boys soccer, and we went down to Pleasantville. They had a couple scorers that I think the one kid had 28 goals, the other one had over 30 goals, but that was it. That's all they had.
See right there the football team getting their last practice in before tomorrow night's game versus Haddon Heights. That'll be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, covered live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. They'll look to bounce back after 2 tough games against Seneca and Camden. They won their home opener by a score of 19-0 just a few weeks ago. So hopefully the Sterling home crowd will come out, show their support like they always do. The super fans coming out, showing their support. Hopefully a very good game on the horizon. So thank you to Jensen for showing us on the screen. He's running the camera out there in the bird cage, as we like to call it. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Jake Spiritoso.
Mr. Schulz.
Glad you're with us here on Channel 19.
Awesome weather.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Couldn't have been more beautiful. I mean,
fortunate enough to be in the shade, and man, this is great, great fall weather.
Finally starting to cool up a little bit. It's not
starting to feel like fall.
Yeah, starting to get in about the mid to late 70s now instead of the 90s.
Mr. K had our promo there for football. They're playing tomorrow night. Weather should be good for that game, and you're hoping Sterling's got a game where they could be a little more competitive in than they were in the Seneca and the Camden game. 2 real tough opponents.
Oh, for sure.
2 teams with a lot coming back this year that were in the Group 3 championship game. So Sterling has a tough schedule, but, you know, just got to keep plugging away.
So Township here with some space. A nice job by Sterling to get back on defense quickly.
It's ours. It's ours.
Township still not out of it. I mean, by the way this game is going, I mean, it would be pretty tough for Township to come back. But again, still 15 minutes to work. But there's Ireland K coming off. She one of our 3 goal scorers today.
Good, Jordan.
Sterling able to cleared up towards midfield, working here on the near side. Here's Montgomery Tran with a nice move. That one goes out of play. Quick throw in. That'll be a throw in for Township. Still working there on the near side. So I'm just trying to keep it in. That's still in. That one does eventually go out. So now Sterling with the throw in will be Baker. Chucks it up, goes off the head of Troilo. Moving toward the middle of the field. Just kind of gets by Sims. I think that caught her off guard a little bit.
Whiffed on it there.
Yeah. She kind of knew it right away, too. So now working toward the far corner. Eventually goes out of play.
Yeah, they're just, you can see Township really isn't being given much space, and it's forcing them to really just get rid of the ball. You know, they're not able to create the space. And again, you have to give credit to what Sterling's doing on the defensive end, really getting on top of girls, getting between the girl and the ball, not cutting off passing lanes, doing everything they have to do to not allow Haddon Township to get the opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, they're right there. Lee Simpson, again, just getting there in time, not scared to take a dive for the ball.
And I mean, it's just, Sterling has done a great job communicating today. It seems like they have a lot more of that out there on the field than Township has. I mean, I've heard a lot more of them just communicating, trying to find passing lanes, trying to open up space. And I think that's one of the reasons why they've been able to be more successful, especially in the second half, with obviously them being up 3-0. The scoreboard just shows the improvements.
And you know, kind of what you were saying, Brian, just letting things develop in front of them till you get that opportunity. I saw that on Ireland K's shot, going to the right, just waiting for that window where the defenders were where they needed to be. The goalie was hedging over to that one side. She turned, hit it the other side, and just really caught them off bounds. That one put Sterling ahead 3-0.
So about 12 minutes or so unofficially left in this second half. I mean, as the time just keeps ticking down, Sterling just starting to slowly play a little bit of keep away.
Sure.
There'll be a post-game show to follow. I haven't really said those words all year, as Mr. Schulz will conduct one of his amazing interviews.
We had back to school night, had to hustle.
Yeah, you're right. Last time we had back to school night, had to get out of here pretty quickly.
It's not the same back to school night where the parents come and the teacher's not there. It just wouldn't have the same effect.
Exactly.
Maybe I should have stayed here and put a video message on my projector or something like that.
Take a look at the fall here by, ooh,
wow.
Landed right on her back.
So that was Alex Billingsley, a sophomore for Haddon Township. Give her credit. You know, they're down 3-0, going against arguably the toughest team in the conference, but still really battling out there and playing hard.
I mean, if Sterling keeps this up, that would move them to 4-0 on the year. They'll go to face Haddon Field on Monday. On Monday, we'll have the boys here against Haddon Field. That'll be played at home.
At Township today on that turf field. Such a tough place to play because it's a little bit smaller. There's a lot of stoppages. Tough field to get into a rhythm on. And that's their home field. They're used to playing on that turf.
I mean, in Haddonfield, a very tough squad to face. I mean, they're right up there with Sterling for the division lead, only about a game back, I believe. This year, they were the team sitting behind Sterling last year. Sterling was 16-2-2 last year. Haddonfield was behind them at 12-8.
Speaking of turf, Jake, you've got to be looking now. Did you get a chance to play the turf last year?
We did. Yes.
Okay, you did.
Yes.
Okay. How was that? How was that experience?
I liked it. I really liked the turf.
Faster
it's nice. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not. You're not getting low on the ground balls and things of that sort. Easier to shoot when it's coming off the ground. I mean, look how beautiful it is at this view from Casey over there.
Casey, our drone shot at it again. I think Casey needs a raise.
Me too.
Right?
You know what?
we gotta just bump up that or give him a bonus or something, right?
Yeah,
it's the first ever Channel 19 bonus.
Maybe. I mean, that's something he'll have to talk to his dad about.
He is old enough to get. You're old enough to get paid now, right? Okay.
Jay, you gotta drop here. I'm going up. You gotta drop. Yeah, you can't bounce tackles over there.
Look at that.
It looks so silky smooth.
I mean, you don't even get this camera angle with the pros.
Now,
come on.
We have it all here at Channel 19.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not used specifically for replays or anything. It moves live with the action. It's just one of Mr. K's new toys that he loves to play with. Seems like he gets one of those types of things every year, and it's always super fun. See, like right here, the drone will follow the ball as we go. It just looks so silky smooth, as I was saying. It's just a beautiful new addition here to Channel 19.
I just like how you can see the spacing here. And I have to think that Coach K likes watching these because he gets a different perspective, and the girls get almost a coach's film perspective with this.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, the spacing, you really see it. You don't realize when you're just sitting at a flat angle. I mean, when you have a high angle, you really see everything, like the passes they can make, like every opportunity on the field.
Yeah, back in the day, you know, you always, whenever you have a press box, the football coaches, the filming is always at the highest point. And you look at some of the end zone filming for football, that's the highest point, but you can't beat what you get with this. This is the best perspective.
And that's a goal for Tony Troilo, as the keeper for Township was out of the net, couldn't get back in time.
She's been on fire.
That's well deserved, because that's a hard working forward. She's really done a great job being tenacious up there, and she's rewarded with the goal.
Absolutely. You see her hustling all the time, and here, she just perfect place.
Did she run over to the camera? Did I see her run over to the camera? She ran over to the camera, okay. Let's see. There we go.
The bench is all looking at me. But this isn't me.
What did they want?
I don't think, I don't know if we got it.
All right, let's take a look.
All right, well, so we'll look at the replay again. Hopefully we... Did we get it? Come on.
All right, they're working on it right now.
Yeah, they're working on it in the truck.
The higher ups in the truck.
Yeah.
the important people in the truck.
Right.
Everyone's important here at Channel 19.
That's right, Brian. Way to jump in and correct me.
No one should be discredited.
You're exactly right. I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings
just
out here.
stops. That's unfortunate.
So you're saying that the truck people aren't like on another level than everybody else?
Well, I mean, obviously you have Kay in there who's directing the whole thing, and
I feel like I just hurt your feelings by saying
no,
that.
no. I'm not. My feelings aren't hurt.
I mean, I
It's
guess
just,
directing it is kind of hard, right?
Oh,
sometimes,
yeah. Well,
right?
oh,
Just
yeah,
sometimes,
for sure.
You know?
I mean, way harder than us sitting here.
Have
Just
conversation, yeah.
That's right. It's we talk about all these different shots we get from the drone, the replays. And I don't think people realize how much of an effort this is with everybody out here, how many people we have out here for these games. It's a whole crew. They get out here early to get ready and really do an amazing job.
Yeah, we're out here pretty much as soon as school ends. Around 2:40-ish, we come out here and set up, and usually get done within around 3:15, maybe 3:30 at the latest. Then we run over and grab some grub.
Okay, you do, yeah.
Because, it's
all about the food, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, as you were saying, that's definitely it for Wiggles.
Yeah. He was about the food. Get him his own large pizza, right?
Yeah.
We'd rearrange the Channel 19 food budget.
What you would think the whole tech room meal would be, it would only be for Wiggles.
Well, there you
Everyone
go,
else would have to.
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that.
So that shot misses.
I mean, another take from her, though. She's not scared at all.
I like how, you saw it from Ireland, Kay. You've seen it multiple times from Montgomery Dram, going against the grain with that shot. And I think they're skilled shots that not a lot of players are able to do. And really moves the goalie, and they kind of, out of the corner of their eye, can see where the goalie's going and just let her fire away. Now, Dram's just been a little off on some of the placement, but just an unbelievably skilled player. I'm coming here at the soccer ball. She's a frequent guest of Channel 19.
A very frequent interviewee.
That's right. And Aaron Quinn is one of the leaders of that defense.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kay thinks he's got it. We did get it.
We got it. Okay.
We did get it. To prove all them wrong, we got it.
So we'll be able to use that in a post-game interview, I assume.
There we go.
I believe so.
Oh, yeah.
Kay will definitely try to incorporate that. I was going to try and go back on the live feed. That's awesome.
That's just having fun, and you
Exactly.
love to see that. When you see a team having fun, that's how you know they have good connection. Just always smiling. It's great.
That's awesome.
I'm going to ask Mr. K. Well, good. That's what. Have a trivia question here, and I don't know the answer to this, but Mr. K, who was the first soccer? I believe it was one of the boys' soccer players. Who was the first soccer player that did that or started that?
I was about to say Berkeley.
Okay. I agree. Yeah, Michael Berkeley did it at St. Augustine, but I think there was, even a couple years before that, somebody did it. Was it during a home night game on the football field, if I remember correctly?
You know, as we're talking about Berkeley real quick, during lacrosse, he would always have the best just celebrations. Just so fun.
All right, so Sterling wins this one 4-0, the final score. We'll have a post-game show to follow. Take a nice view of the drone. A 4-0 Lady Knights win. Post-game show to follow. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Go Knights!
Have a great day, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for being so kind. Have a great day, guys.
He's so nice! Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. You're trash! I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands. There it is! My God! Holy moly! Mango! It's beautiful.
Moral of the story, always be nice. Yeah, you guys want us to just skip class and mess around?
Wait, you haven't heard the rumors about the hallway predator?
Those things are just made up. Teachers just want to scare us to go back to class.
All right, bro.
I told you guys it's not real.
Yo, he's not even scary. Who even is this dude?
Don't linger in the hallways.
I'm going to teach you some safe driving tips for you when you're out on the road. First, you want to turn on your car. Before you go, put on your seatbelt. You want to check your back mirror. Then, you want to check your side mirrors. When exiting out of a parking spot, make sure you check for cars and have your turn signal on. Make sure you come to a slow stop at every stop sign and red light. When you are making a turn, always have your turn signal on to show other drivers where you are going. Now, put your car in park and take out the key to turn off your car.
So yeah, look at this door. You can't open the lock. Look at the shoes he's wearing. to him and call him dumb and useless.
Bet, I will.
Yeah, you better.
Hey man, do you need help opening your locker?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
No problem. Nice shoes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling. Channel 19 Sterling with a 4-0 win over Haddon Township. And I'm going to send it over to Schulz for the postgame show.
Which ended up as a fairly easy win, but it didn't start off that way in the first half. Montgomery Dram here, one of the stars of our game. What happened in that first half?
We came off a little slow, but towards the end we started realizing that we got to pick it up. And at halftime we talked and we just came back and came out harder.
The opportunities were definitely there. You guys were moving the ball. Was it just a matter of relaxing?
Yeah, we were a little hyper in the beginning, and then we had to calm down and focus on making passes and making sure that we were going forward, but in a patient way, kind of. So yeah, we made sure we did that.
And you just talked about making passes. It seems like this year you're really connecting. Are you getting used to knowing where other girls are and benefiting off the experience of playing last year with these girls?
Yeah, that definitely helps knowing where people want the ball on their foot and what positioning they are usually in. So yeah, that definitely helps.
Well, it's a great job today, Montgomery. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck. Okay. And Ireland coming in here, another veteran. Your goal, the thing we liked about your goal was it looked like you took the time to allow things to happen in front of you and got the goal in a position. Are we out thinking or overthinking that, or did you really see what was in front of you in that goal?
Oh yeah, I was kind of, when the ball was played to me, I was just not in the right position, so it just took me a time to just calm down and just pass the ball in the goal, just find the corner.
Is that, and I said it to Montgomery, is that a situation where you used your experience, maybe something you might have rushed as a freshman or sophomore, but now you were patient?
Yeah, I think after a couple of years it definitely helps. I definitely wasn't just nervous, and I stayed calm and just passed it in.
Well, definitely worked, Ireland, and great job. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck next week.
Thank you.
And Tony Trillo, we remarked even before you had your goal that you were really tenacious up there, getting a couple opportunities, really playing a physical game. Is that something that you've really taken to another level this year?
Yeah, I mean, I really try to just work my hardest, even if it's not getting a goal, just pressuring the defense and, yeah, making them choke so we can score.
And the most impressive thing was she remembered to go to our Channel 19 camera. Did you have that in your back of your mind after you scored? Was that the first thing you thought of? Or?
No, I got to give all the credit to Adriana on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Adriana started running over there, so I just followed her. I was like, okay, word.
So it was good teamwork. And we were trying to think who started that. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, I think. We don't know. We got to research it. But yeah, now you're somebody who got more and more playing time last year. Do you have a comfort zone now getting out there and playing and using your speed?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different since I'm starting now. I get more experience and stuff, because last year I was kind of new to varsity, but this year I'm more experienced, so I kind of know more what to do and stuff.
Well, it definitely showed today. Tony, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck. Okay. And the crown here, Morgan Sims,
big star today, a star in my woodworking class, doing a great job. Talk about what was going on in that first half at midfield.
We were just all in different places, I guess. Ireland was definitely up. Shea was up more, but I was holding back. I think we all just needed to connect together and just be up at the same time. We left the middle open, so that was like a team effort, but we got a hold of it in the second half. So.
And I think you just described how your goal came about. It looked like you guys put a lot of forwards, just pushed towards the net. Talk about your goal and how everything transpired.
Jordan crossed it in, and if they just left me open, I was just going to stay in there because why not? And then I went to Adriana, and I was still open, and then I just got my body on the ball, and it went in. So
great job as a senior leader.
Thanks.
Morgan, thanks for coming on with us, and ladies, best of luck next week. A big week, Haddonfield and West Stepford.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
ladies.
you.
And Coach Jimmy K is around here somewhere. Okay, talking over there. Got to bring him in here. There we go. Coach? Yeah, it's all right. Barringer's the toughest guy to get. Oh, just come over here. There, this side. That's good. You deserved it. You deserved it. I guess what I want to ask you, I talked to girls about their goals and their approach and some of the frustrations early on. What'd you say to the girls at halftime?
I think we talked about, getting used to the fact that we're going to wear a target on our back at times. We got out to 3 good wins early, and, you're always going to hit that hurdle of a slow start. I think maybe mentally we saw that these guys, had lost 2-0 to Heights, which we knew that wasn't the team that they are. They're a very good team. They can play with anybody in the league, but we think, I think that, we just didn't come out with that same intensity. And, like any team, you get a team with their capabilities, and the longer that game stays 0-0, the more, it gets on us. So we just said we have to pick up our intensity. We have to do a better job winning battles in our area and just using our whole field. One advantage we have is, we have the advantage of a very large grass field, whereas they play on a very narrow turf. And we kind of were playing in their game a little bit, playing tight and giving them an opportunity to do what they do well. And, it took away from us a little bit.
Is fighting through a little bit of adversity, you feel, going to help you next week, a big week with Haddonfield and West Stepford coming up?
Yeah, definitely. And again, I think it's a good wake-up call, not to we've been fortunate that goals have come to us at a good rate this year, and we haven't given up much, but we're going to get tested in all 3 of those games next week. So I think it was good today to see how can we step up? How can we, have that adversity and see where we can take that? And that was good. We talked about, I think, just emotional maturity. This is our 4th year, my 4th year here, our 4th year with a lot of these kids. And we talked about freshman, sophomore year, or sometimes you would lose a game like this, or sometimes, we would press too much. We want to see that. We want to have that emotional maturity this year to know, when things are going tough, just don't press. Don't try too hard. Make sure that we're relying on each other and just trying to pick up our work rate.
And I'm hearing you talk, it sounds like, and we mentioned it, that you've got a lot of leaders out there. Talk about how it is coaching a team like that where you've got leaders on the field.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. I think, like I said, it's sometimes you look at these plans as a 2-4 year plan when you get a group of kids to come in. And with these guys, we knew each year we were going to have different expectations and levels, and we have that this year. We have great senior leadership coming back. Even with the loss of Bridget, which was devastating. Getting Jordan back was someone that could fill in that role with senior leadership. Shea Wiley has stepped up. Morgan, Chloe, all our seniors have really done a great job in their own sense of being there at putting in some part of that role, and even some of the juniors and sophomores. We're fortunate enough to have some really good skill players down there that are growing up quick and showing that they can be big players. So that part's nice. It's nice to have that on the field. It's nice to be able to sometimes not have to motivate them as a coach, but sometimes just talk to them and know that they're going to do it themselves.
It's definitely evident with the way this game transpired today. Coach, congrats on the win, the great start. Best of luck next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay.
Take care.
Go Birds, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go back to Brian.
Thank you, Schulz. A very great post-game show as always. A nice view of our drone as we wrap up a wonderful game of girls soccer as we take a look at our next TV game. That'll be tomorrow, Friday, September 15th, as the football team will take on Haddon Heights at 7 p.m. Coverage will be live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. But that's going to wrap things up. Girls win it 4-0 here against Haddon Township. I'm Brian McLernan. Thanks to Jake Spiritoso and Kevin Schulz for joining me here in the broadcast booth. Thank you to Casey for our drone work, as well as every tech crew member here today, all our camera people, Mr. K up in the truck as well. But that is going to do it here on Channel 19. I'm Brian McLernan. Thank you very much.